Hey guys, so we got a rainy one today. Want to get this new door put on the 7130. Had a little incident, broke the door last year, just didn't get it replaced yet. We haven't really used that tractor for a lot of field work where we're sitting in it for hours, so it doesn't bother us as much if we're in and out so much. Got some glass ordered and then realized I needed a new seal for it, so it's been a few weeks since we last worked at this. Here's the door seal. We had basically had a drought last fall. We were fairly dry over the winter. Now in the last week here we've had over 3 inches of rain. So that's been much needed. It's really gonna help the spring crops take off now. We're just very thankful going into the spring. Now we have some more moisture in the soil.
Let's just make sure.
Yep.
There we go.
It's gonna be nice for tedding triticale and whatever else this spring. So I need to scrape this dry cow barn. Okay girls, here we go. My dad just picked up a little bit of plywood. We're gonna stick it right there at the top of this bay, like we did over there a couple years ago, just to block. We're putting straw in here, keep the straw from spilling over when we're grinding that. But then also, when I went to spread this recycled bed pack in here the other week, the dust was tempted to fly over the top there. I had to go lower throttle. Figured if we just make it 4 foot higher, then we don't have to worry about it. For a while, we were using these two bays for our chopped straw. So that's what put those up there for. We wanted the straw in the end now because we're loading it on the ramp. So the first two bays made the most sense. We've been bedding the dry cows and half of our milk and cow freestall barn with this recycled bedding. It's been working out really well, so we're hoping to transition to doing all of our freestalls with this stuff. We'll use this barn for it. We'll have 2 bays for straw, 4 bays for recycled bedding, and then we'll have sawdust in the last bay because we got to bed the bed packs with sawdust and then we're recycling it. As soon as we start using the last bay, then we'll clean the special needs pen out again, throw a new bed pack in the other 3 bays, and they can sit for at least a couple weeks while we're feeding that last bay out. I'm gonna get this plywood over here. Just gonna have to cut an angle piece there to start. We were gonna put another whole sheet out towards the end, and then Dad said, why don't we just use the other half of the one angle we cut over there, and yeah, that's high enough for the front because we're ramping everything down by now anyway. So now we got a whole sheet of plywood for something else. Never hurts to have extra plywood around. Got this piece of 3/4 and now this piece of 1/2 inch as well. We've been liking this shop pretty well now. We've had it set up for a few months. Mainly just use the shop to store tools, so works really well. It's a nice location to have close to the dairy barn and close to everything we do. I wish we had a little bit more room to actually get a tractor in here or the corn planter. I don't know, we thought about could we modify this building, but it just seems like too much work to tear the second floor. It's got 2 stories on it. You got a layer of concrete up there, and these support posts continue up through, so it'd be a lot of modifying just to get some more headroom. In my last video, I was cleaning up this room a little bit. This is our main office. Built some shelves in the back room here. Planning to change some things in here a little bit, make it nicer. These are the shelves. So taking this table to my other office, just giving it some thought. I've been using the what we call the 10-gen den for my editing for the past 3 years or something. I don't know, something like that. I spent a lot of hours in here working on videos. Got to thinking maybe it's time to move my editing computer over to the other farm office. It's just a little bit brighter, closer to everything that's going on during the day. Hey guys, so it's the next day. It's crazy windy out, pretty chilly, but the sun's back today, so it's nice. We're gonna move some calves out of the calf barn, move some heifers around. So we just cleaned the cattle trailer out. We're gonna put some new shavings in that. Yesterday I got my computer moved over. Thought it'd be time for a change. I think I'm gonna move the refrigerator over to the other office as well. One of the downsides with the feeding system being in here is it's dustier in this room, even though it's closed off. We get a lot more dust. Also, it's a little noisy. We can hear the mixer and the conveyors running while I'm in here working, so I think it'll be nice. This office will still be useful for the feed room computer. I might set up some shelves in here for organizing parts and tools. Keep them out of the heavier dust in this room. This office served its purpose for a while. Got a bunch of pregnant heifers in this barn. We're gonna move 9 of them over to the dry cow. It's handy, we don't have to trailer them anymore. We can just sort them out of this pen and chase them across the walkway. We'll sort these out and then move everybody down, and then we gotta bed this barn up. I figured we'll sort them first so that way I'm not kicking so much dust up after we bed. So now that it's starting to get warmer out, the ceiling fans are kicking on most days. Today it's not even 40 degrees yet, so they're off. That helps save a lot of bedding. Once we get into consistent warm weather, we're hardly gonna have to bed these bigger pens. Along the side. Hey. Let's go. $63. She needs to stay. Got a new group of youngins in here. This barn is split into 3 different feed rations. We have one mix for the first 3 pens, and then there's a mix for the middle 2 and a mix for the last 3. Each fence is separated, so I just shut the automatic feeding off for the first feed fence there. So it'll mix a smaller batch and just feed these 2 until I change it back. We like to start them on just the grain they were eating in the calf barn, and they'll eat that for about a week in this barn, just to help them transition a little bit smoother. We don't have headlocks in the first pen, it's just these slant bars. It's supposed to be a little bit easier for them to access the feed. And then they transition to headlocks in the second pen. Dad just went and picked up our ventilation system that we ordered for the calf barn. Got a couple fans and tubes. We're planning to install it ourselves. It should be fairly simple. Not gonna get to it this week, but maybe next week. Just working at getting the rest of this stuff moved in here. Planning to work at some fertilizing tomorrow now on the spring forage. Weather should be good for it tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. So I'm out in the sprayer finishing our second pass of nitrogen for our winter forage. I did about half of it last week and then wanted to finish it up this week. Got some more rain in the forecast for the next couple days. That'll hopefully rain this in, and then it's supposed to get warmer then after that, so this stuff's gonna shoot up. Got the stream nozzles on, so I'm not spraying a fine mist right now. I'm gonna wash these off a little bit. Everything's a little coated with nitrogen. Just gave it a little rinse. Like to get that fertilizer off of it, just to help it not rust too much. I'll be parking the sprayer now for at least a couple weeks. Then we're gonna want to put pre-emerge out for soybeans, for corn as well then, so that'll be probably 3 or 4 weeks from now. I don't have any burn down to do this spring early like I used to. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thanks for watching.